What's up YouTubers, this is Chetan here and welcome to my channel Nature Design. And this is the tank I'll be using for today's project. It's made by me and the size of the tank is 5.5 inches by 2.5 inches by 2 inches. And the theme for today's project is tree on a cliff terrarium. And this is the tree which I have created using the brass wires, and I stick it to the cliff which I have made up of thermocol. And I'll be showing you how to prepare this tree in this video, so stay tuned and let's get started. For making this kind of tree we need a brass wire. We need to remove it from its cover. So if you're a smaller one, please take help of someone who can use blades or use scissors. You need to pull it out, the string, slowly. After pulling the string, you need to twist it properly and start removing some of the strings outside and twisting again, the way I'm doing in this video. Similarly, for the roots, we need to divide the strings into few different portions and start twisting it harder. Now, how to make the leaves. I have sticked tweezers together to make the leaves. You need to just put one string in between the tweezers and roll it around the tweezers and remove it and just press it, and that's it. This is the way to make the leaves. I'll show you again. Just put it in between the tweezers and start twisting it around the tweezers. And once you reach the branch, you just remove it and press it. One more time, the same thing. Just put it in between the tweezers and start rolling it around tweezers. That's it. Once it is rolled, just remove it from the tweezers and press it, and that's it. This is the way to make the leaves. It's really easy. You can do it on yourself. And this is how it looks when it's been done. The branches and the roots, it's not looking great, but when we stick it to this thermocol cliff which I have made, I have later colored this cliff with the help of acrylic colors. It will look good. I need to make some changes in the trees so that it looks like a tree, so let's do it. I've made this mixture of cocoa peat and moss, a dry moss, and it's a dried mixture. And I have removed some of the silicone in the polythene. And what I'm going to do is just dip this whole brass tree in this silicone, and once it has been coated with silicone properly, I'm going to dip it into the dry mixture of coco peat and moss. The reason I'm doing this is I wanted it to look like a tree, and the coco peat will give it a look of a tree to it. Instead of a brass tree, it will be looking much more like a original tree. Now the coating is done. We just need to dip it into the dry moss and keep it at least for 5 to 6 hours so that the coco peat sticks to the tree. We just need to push it a bit harder and the coco peat on the tree so that it could stick it to it, and that's it, it's done. For the false bottom, I'll be using Lika clay balls in this project and mosquito mesh to avoid the substrate from falling into the false bottom, and of course charcoal to keep the terrarium purified. And the substrate which is made by me, which consists of dry moss, coco peat. I have skipped coconut bark in this, and I've used sand or soil. For this project, I'll be using badge moss. I'll be using this dwarf baby tears from this terrarium. Whenever I need to use dwarf baby tears, I use it from this terrarium. So let's get started. The bottom layer, Lika clay balls, and then comes the mosquito mesh. Then comes the charcoal layer. Then the substrate. The substrate was too dry, so what I did, I sprayed some water in it. So let's prepare the tree. Before placing it in the terrarium, I'll be using super glue to stick the badge moss to the tree. It's totally safe to use super glue, especially the super glue gel to stick the plants to the rock or anything else. After placing the moss on the leaves of the tree, it will surely look like an original tree. As you can see, now it's looking like a tree. It's done now. I have pushed the substrate to one side to place the cliff inside the tank, and as the cliff was not staying on place, I sticked it with the help of super glue and tissue paper, and just to hide the tissue paper, I have put some substrate on it. For the hardscape, I'll be putting some stones inside. As I said, I'll be putting some stones inside. I'll be using normal black stones so that it could just suit the terrarium and look natural inside it. As I said, I keep on changing the place of the rocks unless and until I am satisfied with the view. It should look natural and it should look good, so we need to do this. Now I'm planting some dwarf baby tears in it. It is a bit hard to put the plants in such a small box when there is a obstacle in between, and the tree on the cliff is the obstacle, but still I managed it somehow to put the plants inside. Now is the time to put some springtails in it, the cleanup crew.
And that's it, we are done with the terrarium. Please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it, and if you like the terrarium, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button so you can be updated for the new videos, upcoming videos, which are always unique videos. And this is the closer look. I find it really good, and the tree actually looks that it's hanging from the cliff. Please let me know what you think about it, and if you need any kind of help from my end, please comment on this and I'll be sure in answering your questions. So that's it for the day. See you next week. Bye bye and peace.